As the Knicks continue their pursuit of a deep playoff run, the events of the past week have served as a stark reminder of the challenges they face in managing the health of their key players. The situations surrounding OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson have brought to light the delicate balance between short-term success and long-term sustainability, and the decisions the Knicks make in the coming weeks could very well determine their fate in the postseason. The Anunoby Predicament. Let's begin with the most recent and perhaps most concerning development: the status of OG Anunoby. Acquired in a blockbuster trade earlier this season, Anunoby has been nothing short of revelatory for the Knicks. His elite defense and seamless fit into the offense have been instrumental in the team's success, as evidenced by their impressive 15-2 record when he's in the lineup. However, recent events have cast a shadow of uncertainty over his health and, by extension, the team's prospects. It all started with Anunoby's visible discomfort during games, as he frequently winced and flexed his right elbow. Despite these troubling signs, the Knicks maintained that this was nothing more than a normal part of the recovery process for someone who had undergone surgery. Even after a particularly worrisome performance against the Sacramento Kings, where Anunoby shot a dismal 1 of 8 with his three-pointers falling well short of the rim, the team insisted that he would not miss any games. However, the situation has since escalated, with Anunoby now having departed the Knicks' road trip. Unable to play in Monday's victory against the Golden State Warriors, and officially ruled out for Thursday's game with the Denver Nuggets. According to The Athletic, an MRI revealed inflammation in his elbow, though the team claims it came back clean. The Knicks' handling of Anunoby's injury has been less than transparent, dating back to their initial description of it as elbow inflammation, without mentioning the surgery he had undergone to remove a loose bone fragment. This lack of clarity raises questions about the team's communication strategy and the potential impact on Anunoby's long-term health and performance. Before we move on, we know you wouldn't want to miss out on more exclusive content like this, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with all the latest in the world of the Knicks. Let's continue. The Randle Conundrum. The warning signs, however, extend beyond Anunoby. One need only look back to the 2023 playoffs to find another cautionary tale in the form of Julius Randle, after rushing back from an ankle injury to face the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round. Randle was a shell of his All-NBA self, shooting a paltry 37% from the field and 26% from three-point range. He underwent surgery shortly after the Miami Heat eliminated the Knicks, raising questions about the wisdom of his hasty return. Randle's competitive drive and aversion to missing games are admirable qualities, but they can also be a double-edged sword. If he returns to form, the Knicks could be a force to be reckoned with, potentially making a deep run into May or even June. However, if he plays through pain and it diminishes his performance, as it did last spring, it could spell trouble for the team's aspirations. Behind the scenes, Randle is pushing hard to return. His pain tolerance is insane, but he's only human. The Knicks must weigh the short-term benefits of having Randle back on the court against the potential long-term consequences of rushing him back before he's truly ready. The Mitchell Robinson question. Center. Mitchell Robinson's situation presents yet another layer of complexity. After undergoing ankle surgery in early December, Robinson recently participated in his first practice with contact drills. While this is an encouraging step, his conditioning and readiness for game action remain uncertain. Robinson's previous experience with injury recovery serves as a cautionary tale. After a foot surgery 3 summers ago, he focused on weightlifting during his rehab, as he couldn't engage in much cardio. The result? He spent much of the following season shedding the excess pounds to regain his athleticism and effectiveness on the court. This time around, Robinson has taken a different approach, focusing on low-impact activities like pool workouts and cycling. However, the question remains: how will he look when he returns, especially if he comes off the bench instead of starting? The road ahead. The Knicks find themselves at a critical juncture, with the promise of a deep playoff run tantalizingly close, yet threatened by the specter of injury and uncertainty. The way they choose to navigate this delicate situation could very well determine their ultimate fate. If they prioritize the long-term health and effectiveness of their key players, even at the expense of short-term gains, they could emerge as a formidable force in the postseason. Anunoby's versatility, Randle's scoring punch, and Robinson's rim protection could form the backbone of a team capable of making serious noise in the playoffs. However, if they succumb to the temptation of rushing players back before they're truly ready, they risk not only jeopardizing their playoff aspirations, but also the long-term health and success of their franchise cornerstones. The cautionary tales of Anunoby's discomfort, Randle's 2023 playoff struggles, and Robinson's previous recovery should serve as a stark reminder of the pitfalls of prioritizing short-term gains over long-term sustainability. So, what can the Knicks do to navigate these treacherous waters? The answer lies in striking a delicate balance between the desire to win now and the need to prioritize the long-term health and effectiveness of their key players. For Anunoby, this may mean giving him additional rest, even if doctors have cleared him to play through the pain. The goal should be to have him as close to 100% as possible for the playoffs, even if it means sacrificing a few regular season wins. At the time of making this video, the Knicks are currently 5th in the Eastern Conference, and while home court advantage would be nice, it pales in comparison to the importance of having a fully healthy and effective Anunoby when it matters most. Similarly, the team must exercise caution with Randle's return. While his pain tolerance may be remarkable, playing through pain can still affect his performance and, ultimately, the team's success. The Knicks must work closely with Randle and the medical staff to ensure that he returns only when he can be the best version of himself, not just a diminished facsimile. As for Robinson, the focus should be on gradually ramping up his conditioning and easing him back into game action. The Knicks have the luxury of depth at the center position, with Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein capable of holding down the fort in the meantime. Rushing Robinson back before he's ready could lead to setbacks or subpar performance, neither of which the team can afford in the heat of a playoff race. The Knicks must also be transparent in their communication, both with the players and the fans. The lack of clarity surrounding Anunoby's injury has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation. Moving forward, the organization must be forthright about the status of their injured players, providing regular updates and realistic timelines for their return. This transparency will not only help manage expectations, but also foster trust between the team, the players, and the fan base. Moreover, the Knicks must learn from their past experiences and the warning signs that have emerged in recent weeks. The temptation to prioritize short-term success over long-term sustainability is understandable, but it can also be short-sighted. The team must take a holistic view of their situation, considering not just the immediate impact of having their key players back on the court, but also the potential long-term consequences of rushing them back before they're truly ready. This approach requires patience, discipline, and a steadfast commitment to the bigger picture. It may mean making difficult decisions, such as holding players out of games or limiting their minutes, even when they insist they're ready to play. It may mean sacrificing a few regular season wins in the name of ensuring that the team is at full strength when the playoffs begin. But if the Knicks can navigate this challenging terrain with wisdom and foresight, the rewards could be immense. A deep playoff run, a chance to compete for a championship, a foundation of success built on a culture of player health and well-being. These are the goals that should drive every decision the organization makes in the coming weeks and months. The road ahead is uncertain, but the Knicks have the talent, the depth, and the resilience to overcome the obstacles in their path. By heeding the warnings that have emerged, learning from their past, and prioritizing the long-term health and effectiveness of their key players, they can position themselves for success not just in the present, but for years to come. The eyes of the basketball world will be on the Knicks as they navigate this critical juncture in their season. How they choose to proceed, how they balance the competing demands of short-term success and long-term sustainability, will speak volumes about their priorities, their values, and their vision for the future. If they can get it right, if they can emerge from this challenging period with their key players healthy, their chemistry intact, and their resolve strengthened, the Knicks may just find themselves on the cusp of something special. A deep playoff run, a chance to etch their names in the annals of basketball history, a legacy of success built on a foundation of resilience, determination, and an unwavering commitment to doing things the right way. The path forward is clear, even if it is not easy. The Knicks must prioritize the health and well-being of their players above all else. They must communicate transparently, both internally and externally. They must make difficult decisions, even when the temptation to take shortcuts is strong. And they must never lose sight of the ultimate goal, not just to win, but to build a culture of sustainable success that will endure long after the final buzzer sounds. If they can do all of this, if they can navigate the challenges ahead with grace, wisdom, and an unwavering commitment to their values, the Knicks may just find themselves on the precipice of greatness. And when they look back on this pivotal moment in their season, they will know that they did it the right way, that they prioritized what truly matters, and that they emerged stronger, more resilient, and more united than ever before. The road to playoff success is never smooth, but with the right approach, the right mindset, and the right priorities, the Knicks have the power to shape their own destiny. The future is bright, the possibilities are endless, and the time to seize the moment is now. Let the journey begin.